Oh man, everybody celebrate
Ubisoft's downfall.
Notice this? It's a trend. Everybody celebrate.
Ubisoft's downfall.
Yeah, I'm busy celebrating 2 years. 2 more years.
Ubisoft slot.
Baby, huh? Yeah.
It's fun. The games they make are fun. Maybe not great, but fun.
Why you boring me? I'm right.
Well, I replayed Far Cry Primal, so I'm not gonna lie, I gave this game a lot of shit, but honestly it's pretty decent. And don't get me wrong, it's Ubisoft, but it's Ubisoft at the times when Ubisoft was only starting to manifest. Right after Primal and 5, Ubisoft came in at full blast. They still make decent games. I have yet to play past AC Origins, which I really liked, but stopped due to level restricting. As for FC6, despite all the hate, I genuinely thought it was an amazing blast to play. It was the prime Ubisoft definition. The characters, the story, they're all mid, despite having Gus Fring. But the gameplay and the map, god damn I love Yara. Not as much as Kirat, but I think they nailed Yara. But that's Far Cry 6, the latest Ubisoft. What about Primal? Primal was, in my opinion, at the time I originally played it in, 2016-ish, not very good. But the reason for it was not liking the setting, primarily. And who would guess, 8 years later, after seeing the same settings over and over again in Far Cry and other games, that I would actually just, I guess, like the primitive setting a lot more now. Not just like, but genuinely really appreciate. I think Ubisoft cooked with the setting and they managed to creatively implement Ubisoft mechanics.
So guys, we did it. We reached a quarter of a million subscribers. 250,000 subscribers.
Tagging enemies with a pet owl, bows being bows, still being broken. Outposts still being here, but it's just tribes and their camps, different variations at least. They implemented a heat mechanic, which is neat. They allowed you to mess around with fire and even gave you variations on weapons and tools used in the other games. Grenades turned into, I guess, beehive grenades, which are pretty strong and very fun. Actually kind of broken. Spears and clubs are mostly 5's melee weapon prototypes, I guess, basically. Bait is used to tame beasts, which is a neat mechanic, albeit a bit undercooked. Hell, we even got traps. Anyways, that's the usual gameplay stuff, which is fine and fun, but the story, I'm gonna be real, I really didn't care much about. It's not that it was bad per se, it's just that I don't really care about it much. The villains could have been interesting, but they barely show up. The protag is fine, way better than 5 and New Dawn's silent protags. Fuck silent protagonists, man. But yeah, the story didn't grip me. The start kinda did, but then it fell off. First FC game that I don't care much for the story too. Even New Dawn I kinda was intrigued, despite the iffy antagonists. And don't worry, New Dawn replay coming at the end of the year so I can remind myself. But yeah, all in all, Primal was fine, like the literal definition of fun times. Unless you have to deal with a saber-tooth that two-shots you, then it's just disgusting. Also brutes, fuck brutes, honestly, like, wow. They're so tedious to fight. You basically just have to air take down them every time or else you're just wasting ammo and time. So yeah, Primal was a prime example of a 7 out of 10. No more, no less, just fun with a unique setting, I guess. I definitely undeservedly hated it. I learned from my mistakes. I have made a continuous and severe lapse in my judgment. Alright, yeah. See you next video. Far Cry Primal was pretty good. Next video gonna be Samurai Champloo review. Probably. Likely.
Fadahata! Must brashtar. Shrash.
Oh yeah, and I'm really glad that the Yakuza 3 vid popped off, even though I unfortunately didn't realize that the BGM was a little bit too loud, but whatever. See you next time.